Hello, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Sonesta Hotel and in the Business RadioX studio with Subaru of Gwinnett, Atlanta. I am Tom, sometimes known as Santa. We are here. This is going to be our Christmas show. This is what we're going to do. We have Kate with Hudgens Center.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
And we have Aidan and Mama T with Aidan Cares.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome on the show, guys. I got to tell you, I'm excited. I really am. First thing, I'm going to start with Miss Kate. Santa was just at an event this past Saturday.
Yep.
And it was set up wonderfully. And it wasn't until my good friend Bobby Menning, you're welcome, Bobby, told me that you guys are actually a nonprofit. I was not aware of that. And I thought that was really, really cool. And then when she sent me the paper of some of the things you guys do, I went from cool to blown away. So please tell me some more about the Hudgens Center.
So the Hudgens Center, we're a local nonprofit arts center. So an arts center means that we are part museum and we are part learning center. We have a wing for adults and we have a learning wing for youth. That's really anyone under 18. And we are a free museum, so anyone can come see us. There's no admission fee. That's part of our service to the community, bringing arts to Gwinnett. So we're just trying to break down any barriers to art that people might face. They might feel intimidated. There's no financial barrier. So, we're here Tuesday through Saturday. We're open.
Now, talking about art, we're not just talking about paintings on the wall.
Nope.
We're talking about anything, even musical art.
We do have musical art. We actually have a program called Music at the Hudgens, and it's during the warm months, so May through October. And we have local musicians come and play in our sculpture garden, and it's free. We've got wine, beer, snacks. So, yeah, we are trying to support the arts in every way. And
so you had me at wine and beer.
Yeah, very good. We're going to see you there.
Well, that kind of leads me to this young man, because Mr. Aidan here is a musician, and a darn good one at that.
I try really hard.
You do a great job. And I got to tell you, I got to meet you, gosh, I think it was 4 years ago?
I think it's been 4 years in August.
Yeah, at an event called Gala for Gold with the Amanda Rowley Foundation. You started playing, and not only were you playing the, just kind of being entertainment, if you will, you were very interactive. You were talking with all the people. Mama T, you've done a great job with this young man.
Thank you, sir. My mom says take the credit when they do something good, because when they screw up, you're going to get the blame.
Ain't that true?
So I'll take the credit.
Very true.
Yes,
very true.
Yes.
But you have played, again, I've watched on Facebook. Guys, check out Aidan Cares. You're everywhere. I've seen you, just for a group of kids in a hospital. I've seen you play just everywhere. And what got you to doing this? How did this all start?
I use words like organic to just like overcompensate for the fact that we really never planned anything ever. I got bored at a restaurant one night, CNS Seafood here in Atlanta, Vinings more specifically. I always got to plug them because they give me free food, so you got to be good to the good to the people that feed you. So I was 7 and I was playing the harmonica at the time, still do. Not very well though. Like I sounded like a cat that was in pain. Like it just did not sound very good. But I was cute, so I got away with it. This was before puberty, so a lot has gone downhill since then in the physicality department.
He peaked like Shirley Temple.
I did, man. 12 was my last hurrah. Like it really was.
Sad.
So
nobody pinches
okay.
his cheeks anymore.
I just didn't win the genetic lottery. It's okay. But I don't know why we're down this road now. Anyway, so at CNS Seafood and playing harmonica, and I got bored, and I got bored at this restaurant. So wearing a hat, took it off because it got warm. People thought I was trying to get money as I played harmonica. Ended up with $80 in my hat, and
This was tipsy, wealthy Atlanta Vinings.
Which is the best, drunk grandparents are definitely my best demographic as far as like charitable giving. They give the most.
They do.
Call them armchair activists is what they are. But yeah, so they ended up with $80,
and he had no idea what busking was. That's
I had
the
no
funny
idea.
thing.
I was street performing outside of a restroom. It was ideal.
But he had no idea. He took his hat off because he was hot. He didn't know people were going to put money in it.
Yeah, no, there's
so
no agenda. There's just, I thought, wow, I got $80 for taking my hat off. Like there was just no, But I'm sitting there realizing I got a good thing going. This is my new career choice. I'll just put my hat down and watch, money just pile in. And I remember that my mom, I'm not just saying this for brownie points because she's right there, but she's always, partly, but not completely. She's always done a good job of teaching me that there's need outside of myself. So starting at a really young age, she just always read me, like different articles, and we watched different segments about just needs. And she's from a generation where really Southern lady, so someone's sick, you take him a casserole, you go check in on family, stuff like that. And so I grew up watching her do that. So she really modeled giving, and so when I had my $80, I donated it, and that one choice to give changed my life, and it kind of sparked like this whole path that we've been on together for like the last 11 years.
Yes.
Which is crazy to me. We've worked now with over like 500 charities, which blows my mind. Been a part of raising millions, but I realized like the heart of everything is it's all about enabling other people to figure out how to use what they love to serve others. How can you be passionate about giving? How can loving others not be done out of obligation, but out of like a want? And so what Aidan Cares is about is it's helping people find the want so that they can want to love others or serve and make a difference in a way that matters to them. And so that's been the message that we've kind of been spreading.
And you've been doing a great job of that. I mean,
try it. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
like I said, I watch, go to Aidan Cares, like the page, keep track of this young man. I've had the pleasure of knowing him for the past 4, and just what I've seen in that period of time has been phenomenal. And, it's amazing how something, taking off your hat, can change your life. You wouldn't think about that. You're not going to think about, I take off my hat and everything's, everything.
It was like a divine thing. It really was. And when he was 4, he came into my office, had this huge office in the house at the time. And I'm in there working away, had a PR firm, minding my own business, raising 5 kids. And he comes in, he's the baby, and he says, I'm not from here. I said, oh, really? And his nickname was Stumpy at the time. He was super short. And so you remember the cartoon, well, tell me about it, Stumpy. So that was his nickname. And I said, where are you from? He says, I'm from heaven. I'm going back. I'm just here for a little while. He says, I'm on a mission from God. And so I kind of stopped at that point, and he climbed up my lap and he said, I don't want to wait till I'm 18 to make a difference. Why does the rule say you have to be 18 to start your life? And that was a heavy thing for Mom to hear, because all my kids were in service. His dad and I met serving the poor in the projects in Atlanta. But that really hit. And the other kids did it because that's what we did. But as far as it sticking, he's a giver. He's like a Manning brother who was given a football. And you can't walk out what you're called to do if you aren't given that opportunity. Right. So our theory is that there are millions of givers out there that have never had the opportunity to be activated. Aidan, Tony Robbins met Aidan and said he was the reason that Tony had come to Savannah. And Tony offered to mentor him and let us go speak in California and serve in California, and then again in Europe. And when we were in Europe, Aidan got to play at Portobello Market. And it's like the major busking, I think he made $150 in 20 minutes on the street. But this Hungarian man came up to me crying. He said, I've never given anything in my life. I need you to help me. And I realized, the Judeo-Christian ethics that we all take for granted in our happy world. We all help each other and GoFundMe and, Facebook donate. But this guy had never done anything. And so I had to literally break it down for him. He's weeping on the street, and Aidan's over there playing harmonica, making his money. But Aidan's tiny little talk just took this guy to a place, and we are on a mission, and our mission is to help the rich kids and the kids of no privilege. We have a kids kindness campaign now, and it's for children from underserved areas to have the opportunity to learn how to give, figure out if it's people, earth, or the animals, and help partner them with charities in ways that they can give. Because it's not fair for them just because they were born into a poor situation not to be able to give.
Right.
And that's been our thing. So the first time Aidan spoke was right after his harmonica at the restaurant, and a client of mine was launching a new brand, and he said, well, let him come speak. And so Aidan said, kids are selfish. They need to be taught to give. They need to model giving. That's what he said, just off the cuff.
And that's God's honest truth.
It's just amazing because they're dying inside. I had a kid yesterday who called me, and his family owns a very well-known brand, and they have hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's dying inside. He literally said, I'm dying. I said, if you don't quit thinking about yourself 24/7 and turn yourself inside out and go and serve, you can't be whole. It is impossible. So... yeah, so that's our mission. Our mission is just to help ignite that and give people opportunities.
And you guys do a great job of it. You've ignited me a couple times.
Yes, and we thank you for being generous, and we appreciate you.
I love doing it. I want to go back to Kate real quick. The Hudgens Center is a pretty big place. Okay?
Yes.
And again, not in my wildest dreams would I ever thought that was a nonprofit.
Right.
How did that come to be, and who started it?
So we started small out of a house in Lawrenceville in 1981. And then in 93, we moved to the facility that is, what we're familiar with, that's on that Infinite Energy campus.
Right.
But we've been a nonprofit. We used to charge for admission, but that was another barrier to entry and people, getting to really experience art. So actually Holt Camp Heating and Air, which is a local business, they donated to us to cover everyone's admission for the year.
Wow.
And they did it again and again.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, they're pretty amazing people. And they're not just generous, they actually are really just kind people, which is very cool to work with people like that who have great hearts like you guys at Aidan Cares.
How else do you get, because I know it's got to cost a pretty penny to keep the lights on that place.
Right. So nonprofits, you get your funding through a number of ways. You can do it through grants, but we really depend on donations from individuals and from businesses like Holt Camp Heating and Air.
Okay. At Holt Camp, they do. There's a bakery, special. I think
Special
it's
Needs and Treats.
Oh yeah, and they're very involved. I noticed that. I had actually wanted to speak to him because I would love to just get to know the man. To find out what they do. And I could tell they have heart. They just have hearts of gold.
They really do. Special Needs and Treats is cool too. They employ adults with special needs, and they really cater to dietary restrictions. So a lot of people with, we have an employee who has celiac disease.
Yes.
So she's been missing out on baked goods for like the last 10 years. We found Special Needs and Treats, and she's like, I can have cupcakes.
And tell you what, I was told I need to kind of do the gluten-free thing, and it's not easy to do.
How's that working for you, buddy?
It ain't working so good, especially this time of the year. Right? It's when I go to see the children, they're like, "I got you cookies." I said, "I love cookies. What kind? Round ones? Ones that are baked?"
There you go.
I'm not picky.
Fried
Do I
dough.
look it? This past Saturday with Beyond the Ribbon that you guys hosted, was there any fee for them to set that up there?
If nonprofits come to us, we try to help other nonprofits out, especially nonprofits that are giving back to the community in that way.
Right.
So important.
Yes, and cancer is pretty close to our hearts. We have a program called the Healing Arts Program. It's the third Saturday of every month. So cancer patients, cancer survivors, caregivers, they can come and they can just do free art classes with us once a month.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Bobby Menning had sent me a list of some of the things you guys had done. I was going to pull it up, but gosh, cancer. I have made it very clear that I give my life to end it. Just
Amen.
Put it all. Give it everybody. Give me everybody's cancer. Give it to me. Let me take it. Let me hold it and be done. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened, and I don't think it will. But which things that you guys do so that groups like Beyond the Ribbon can be at is just phenomenal. And I get it as well as I'm sure Bobby does. There's still got to be a little cost. Nothing, can be done for free, but it's cut down to the bare minimum. And again, it's a beautiful facility and there's a lot of room to do things. I can see, okay, I'm going to play Swami here. I can foresee a little concert, if you will, with a young man.
A young man we know?
Yes.
Yes.
Just happens to be in the same room.
There you
Could you
go.
be talking about?
I don't know, but I know he cares.
I wonder.
I try to, 80% of the time.
Yeah,
it's a
well,
solid-
hey, you're human. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. I have 19-year-old triplets, okay? They are the reason why God created alcohol. but
We should have brought him vodka cookies, Aidan.
yeah, but that cooks away the alcohol, so it don't
Yeah,
work.
okay,
No,
never mind.
just bring me the vodka. The heck,
There
skip
you
it. No. But, and they're good kids. Don't get me wrong. I kid around with them all the time. And there's many, many other good kids that are, but what you have done, instead of, I'm sure you may play video games, you go out but you've taken time to do things, and I can tell you do it with love. It's not like, oh, gee, Mom, do I got to go do that? No, you're on it. You're on it like white on rice.
Thanks for seeing that. Yeah, because it's really about, balancing it out. Like, I don't claim to live like this weird supernatural existence where I just nonstop do for others. Like, that's not. But, it's contributing your peace, and it's knowing that, you're. And that's why I say, use your passion in giving, because, I don't look at it as work, because service is my love. That's my
It's
that's
not
my
work if
passion.
you love what you're doing. Exactly.
So, I balance it out, and I hang out with friends. I do stupid stuff 8 days a week.
As a teenager should.
As a teenager, but also at the end of the day, it's like you gotta remember what you're about.
Yeah.
And this is something that I really try to be intentional with and try to be about.
People don't understand. And I unfortunately I've met on both sides. I mean, you get those that say go to church and they feel because they go to church and they're a Christian, they're good.
They've checked the time card.
That ain't happening.
Nope,
I'm sorry.
It's not. Love is an act.
It's what you do. Exactly.
It is.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. What events do you have coming up, Ms. Kate, with Hudgens Center?
So this Saturday, we've got Family Day. That's a quarterly event that we do, and it's from 11 to 1. Mm-hmm. And we just have it's sort of like an open house. Come in, see our galleries. We've got projects out for everybody that's led by a teacher who works with us. She's a local art teacher, but she gives her time and helps the Hudgens. So that is our next event coming up. And then our other family events that are going to be happening will start in January. We have a program called Toddler Friday. It's the last Friday of every month, except for November and December because of the holidays. It just gets so busy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We want to be on your list. We do. We want to be on your list because we work with a lot of families that have pediatric cancer and try to help provide fun things for them to go do. So this sounds amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
And put Aidan down for a concert.
Again, we have created synergy.
Yes.
Yes.
It's good to be the power of connection.
This is what the eHarmony model was supposed to be like, right here.
Well, there's no dating going on, but by golly. So you got, a lot of different things. And then, so if a nonprofit wanted to put on an event and comes, they would just reach out to you, go on the website.
Yeah, if you go on the website, we've got an email, just info@thehudgens.org. Mm-hmm. And that's a good way to get in touch with the staff and say, hey, let's work together. Let's do something.
Well, this is really good because I got this idea because we hang out. We have a little friend named Kieran that's battling rhabdomyosarcoma, and we met her when Aidan played at the Santa party for Rally last Christmas. And they're very artistic. She has a little 9-year-old sister named Lila. So I thought, wouldn't it be cool if they decorated dollhouses and then we could use it for children's cancer awareness. And so next thing you know, I now have over a dozen dollhouses in our house. And my idea is to partner artists with the cancer patients so they can decorate them and then have an exhibition and then auction those dollhouses off. And one of them is so large that Mike Gosling had to actually send a truck to the house with when they went and picked it up for us.
It's actually when I get kicked out, that's where I'm moving into. It's it's nice. Yeah, it's a room with a view everywhere.
So maybe we can do our exhibit there. No, it's crazy. Aidan just took one out of the car before we came here that I picked up.
Just so he could get himself and his guitar in here?
We're trying to air the cat out of it. It was at a cat house. But
oh my gosh.
I know, I didn't know it, and I'm driving around all day yesterday. My eyes are just pouring. They're still pouring. But we're going to call that.
I'm not crying, you're crying. And it's not what I'm sad. It's because it's cats.
It's a cat dollhouse. But anyway, we'd love to talk to you about that.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys have time, let's get together, talk to the team, see what we can all do together.
We're going to see that you have time.
That sounds fun.
This is time.
And Aidan, tell Tom about Eddie's attic.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I saw some of that.
So
Yeah.
I forget that you're my original stalker. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I am. You were third out of, what was it?
750.
So they narrow it down. Yeah. So every 6 months they have all these qualifying rounds where they had like 750 artists come through there, and then they narrowed it down to 26. And I lost to this really gifted woman. She's, I believe, in her early 70s, and she could absolutely destroy a guitar, but it was awesome. So yeah, it was
like
just a really amazing.
It's like the Wilson sisters had a baby and it was her. So she won and she deserved it. She'd been hit by a truck. She had a head injury. She, God bless her, and she could shred that guitar. But I was very proud of Aidan, and his lyrics were definitely.
It was a blessing, though. And that's a great venue. Eddie's Attic is incredible.
Yeah, I've been there. It's been years and years. And again, there's times I would love to go, but I am a bit of a homebody myself. But you're talented. And you're using it for the right reasons.
Try to. Thank you.
Well, you are, and I think it's safe to say that if you started to, go in the wrong direction, Mama T over here is going to kick your hind.
Dude, she'll hit me with a shoe. Yeah, it doesn't matter where.
That's okay. She hits you with the right one. I'll hit her hit you with the left one. Okay, because
make it at Timberland.
Yeah, I don't want what you're doing, and you got to be proud of it, and don't let it go to your head.
Amen.
Be humble. Because again, there's not a lot of people out there to do stuff like that.
Thank you,
and especially somebody at your age and that started so young and kept on doing it. You're still cute, so it's okay. You got you got the dimples. You got it going. That's okay. I'm an older man. I can say that. And then
I only have the dimples because I can't grow a beard yet, so that's why they're still visible. But
when I shave this one off, what I'll do is I'll have it kind of and then
Just
There you
hair
go.
grafts. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's great.
The boy has beard envy. No shave November. That was sad.
I've
wasn't
done
it?
that for 18 consecutive years. I haven't shaved.
Well,
It's,
it'll happen. My son's the same way. He's got this little bit of peach fuzz on his chin. I'm like, dude, really? I mean,
I can grow some roadkill on my upper lip, but that's
you
about
got it. What funny is you shave, even though you may not really need to. You shave enough, and it does kind of start to bring it out.
So when he was little, he got a Sharpie and drew hair
We don't
all
have to
over
share
his
this.
chest.
It's not important. It's
and
not
he,
relevant.
and he called it
to-
sheds. It was hysterical
It
because he had
ruined-
3 older brothers and a dad.
It
and he
ruined
was
all my
determined.
Christmas pajamas.
Ruined his
Man,
Christmas pajamas.
Like you sweat Sharpie, it turns out.
Yeah.
So.
He came and he goes, "Look, Mom, I have sheds."
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm the youngest of 5. We're not even Catholic, but I have 4 other siblings, and
And we're not Mormon. Don't send us a newsletter again.
and like ended up with nothing. So
Look at him. Did you see how resentful he is?
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Honestly, I didn't even know you had siblings. I just thought it was you two. I mean,
Well, I'm an old mom. I had him at 40, so my oldest is 36.
it's
just
just
turned
crazy. She
36.
started popping them out in the
my
80s,
wife,
man.
my wife had our triplets at 40.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. Oh, and you'd be lucky because they say the older you get, your chance for multiples increases.
I did not know.
You could have 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be very
Wow.
intense.
Hey, you would have had it. It would have been like like some
A band.
like Rush or
That's what I'm saying.
Triumph. You know, the
Like
three
the Partridge
member
Family.
band.
There
No,
you
that's
go.
too many.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about a 3. If you had triplets, I mean, think about
Would
that.
have
Would have
had
been the band.
2 other fall guys.
And Danny Bonaducci, he counts for 4, don't you think? What a handful he is. Those redheads, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of redheads, we did get a call from Ed Sheeran's people, and Aidan and I both got to go meet
She
with Ed
started
Sheeran.
off by saying, "Speaking of redheads," and I had no idea where she was going.
I
with
didn't
that.
either.
It
I was kinda
I
curious.
I was really on the edge of my seat.
Well, I just want to say that Ed Sheeran was very encouraging with Aidan, and we met him right here in Gwinnett County.
Awesome.
And
We did
he's a
do that.
precious, dear boy, a humble, broken, gifted man. And I wish
I call
all
him
the
Ginger
musicians,
Jesus.
Yeah,
'cause
Ginger
he
Jesus.
kind of is. He really is. He's this dude from like Suffolk, England, and it just seems like every song he touches turns to gold.
He's a really good
platinum in
person.
his case.
I called him Sugar because I call everybody Sugar. And the next day, he named one of his guitars Sugar.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
We took
That's
him
cute.
cake, and Aidan also got
Yeah,
to speak here at LeaderCast.
You got this habit of bringing sweets. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I got Mike over there telling, what's in the box?
You know where those are from? Bread and Butter Bakery in Marietta, Georgia. And they have a program called Gratitude Goodies for Christmas, and people that are doing good in the world are going to be getting drop-offs of goodness and glory from their
that's
ovens.
awesome.
Starting after
fantastic.
here, because obviously you don't do anything for the world. So
Well, you're the
this
first
is
one.
just an exception.
You're,
There
no,
you go.
Tom, you do a lot, and we appreciate you, and that's why they
do
sent them.
appreciate you.
I
Thank
just
you.
do it. Real quick, if I may, Kate, tell me the website, and we already talked about some events coming up, but tell me, and anything else, I mean, please,
Sure.
tell me whatever you want to tell me.
All right. So our website is thehudgens.org. So thehudgens.org. And we've got several shows up for you guys. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thursdays we stay open till 8 o'clock. So if you have a job and you think I'm missing out because I have to work, then we're staying open for you guys now. So
Awesome.
yeah, our exhibitions, we have Columbus Cook's work on display. He's a really amazing guy. He's an architect. He was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer, and he was like, you know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to have a show in a gallery. And we were just like, well, let's make it happen.
That's awesome.
So his work's on display. He's an amazing artist. It's pretty stellar. And then we have Rory Doyle's photography on display, the Delta Hill Writers, and it explores African-American cowboy culture in the Mississippi Delta. So that's some really
Wow, that's some pretty neat stuff.
gorgeous work. And then we also have our annual juried member show. So if you're a member of the Hudgens, you get to submit to be in our show. And we have an outside juror decide who gets in. And those lucky people have their work on display. And it just makes you realize how talented the people in Gwinnett are. So our whole mission is just bringing together art lovers, learners, and leaders. So if you want to be involved, there's a way for you to be involved in the arts here in Gwinnett.
Okay, thehudgens.org.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
We know that. Guys, check it out. Check out the events. And please, if you can, make a donation. Real quick, what you got some things coming up, or what do you got going on, Mr. Aidan?
We do our
this
Kind
to me
Kids
real quick.
project is where over 5,000 children of underserved areas, the poorest areas of the metro area, will be served, and we go in and do a curriculum and help them discover the giver inside, and then help them find ways to catapult it into a give. So we're going to be igniting children that have never had the opportunity to do for other people.
And when's this?
Well, it starts now. We're doing it this month. Through
so it's kind of something you do.
It's ongoing through the school year. And then, in the summer months, we go and we'll be teaching all over. Everything from Disney World to the projects in New Orleans and everything in between.
That is cool.
And we love that.
Yeah, you guys do some travel, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, and we are, it's $5 a child to go in and implement the curriculum. And they can go on Aidan, AIDAN, aidancares.org to donate. Just hit the donate link. And we don't take salaries, and we just, it's our passion. And Aidan's 19 now, just turned 19 Friday.
I know.
So
I wish him happy birthday on the outside, but I got to say, everybody, happy birthday.
Thank you,
Happy
sir.
birthday. Big 1-9. You're the last year as a teenager, pal.
Yep.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
weird. It's surreal, and I made it this long without a felony, so I'm doing something right. Like, I'm really out here living my best life,
See,
So
he's
it's,
not only a good musician, he's got a sense of humor.
Do you know who
two-
his aunt is? Who he got his dimples from? Do you know who Brett Butler is? The
Yes.
comedian? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's my big sister.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, if you're
Wow.
not funny in our family, by the time you're 12, we stick you in a trash bag and throw you in the Chattahoochee. It's like, where's the little freckled one? Oh, he wasn't funny. He's not here anymore.
Well, darn good thing you're very entertaining.
survival, it's
Yeah, I'm
humor,
telling
it's
you,
just
man.
for-
You got a rough crowd there.
Because the
you were.
freckled one's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She's kidding, but
Yeah. Well,
I miss my brother. Think about him every day.
oh gosh. Well, Kate's talking about entertainment and how they love to have people that with artists and stuff. So I can see we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
jump in the middle of
that'd
this
be
one.
fantastic.
I would love to do something there. I know you also brought your guitar, so I'm gonna
did.
get you to play at least one Christmas song if you would.
One Christmas song. All right.
All right, if you can do that. I also before we cut to him playing, I want to let you know that on behalf of myself, my family, my wife Laura, and my kids, we're going to make a $100 donation to each one of your foundations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, darling.
because I love what you guys do, I love the help. Also, and we talked about this one family you and I would talk.
Can Santa go see them?
You got Santa. You let me know. I've got time. Okay, and I'll make it happen. Okay, so
Yep.
we'll make that. So without further ado, are you about ready there, Chief?
think so, yeah.
Yeah? All right, ladies and gentlemen, little musical entertainment from Aidan as we get ready to sign off. Again, I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. God bless you all. Be safe. And we'll talk next year.
So I'm kind of a Scrooge, so I only know 2 Christmas songs.
That's
which,
okay. Which ones?
This one's, I don't know who wrote it. It's called River, though. It's really good.
All right, let's do it.
It was on Ally McBeal 20 years ago, and Robert Downey covered it. It's an awesome song.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. That dude is multi-talented. He's got a voice that can make you cry.
They're running tight on time, dude. Let's go for it, Skippy. Hit it, Skippy. And a 1, and a 2.
It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so wide I could teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Oh, I wish I had a river so long I could skate away on. There we go. That's it.
Awesome.
Oh, cheers. Thank y'all so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Again, everybody, Merry Christmas. please, thehudgens.org
Yeah.
and aidancares.org. Please
sir.
go on there, check them out, donate, and know that what they're doing is for the good of all the people in Gwinnett and other areas. Again, thank you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody, and goodbye.